Hey bestie, long time no see. Today I'm sharing my first Halloween Dollar Tree video of the season. Let's get right into it. For the first craft, I'm using Dollar Tree pipe cleaners and Dollar Tree picks. For the pipe cleaners, I'm going to take them and I'm going to use a pencil or whatever I have to roll them out. And then I'm going to take the swirl and spread it out because I'm trying to make little swirls to look like wreath inserts. Once I have two, I attach them to each other, one higher than the other, so that it's a nice size. And you can do this with a ton for just one insert, totally up to you. I did this in different colors as well, just so it's a nice pop of color. I made a ton of these because I am gonna need a ton. For the next wreath attachment, I'm using these dog toys from Dollar Tree. They're so cute in the shape of Hershey chocolate bars. I'm measuring them out because I wanna cut out the word chocolate in glitter foam, but if you don't have a Cricut, then you can use regular sticker or you can use those appliques, whatever you want. I'm actually going to wrap it in foam, and I should have wrapped it all the way around so that my pipe cleaner could stay, but if you're recreating at home, please do that. So I added the chocolate in the front and then added a pipe cleaner to the back so that I can put it on my wreath and take it off whenever I want. I also use these picks from Dollar Tree, so I have the picks, the chocolate, I have these donuts, and for the wreath itself, you can make some using a Dollar Tree wreath form, but I am using a pre-made wreath because it would have just been too expensive. I'm measuring out my wreath before adding everything in, and now I'm just going to start positioning everything I made. My little swirls, my chocolate, the donuts, which by the way, the donuts were $1 at Five Below. Those aren't Dollar Tree ones, just so you know. I had to hot glue the chocolate bar in place, but that's technical difficulties because I didn't add foam and the pipe cleaner kept basically coming off. So if you're doing this at home, make sure that you add the foam to the back so that the pipe cleaner has something to hold on to. You can leave the wreath as is and skip this portion, but I used felt, which you can find felt at Dollar Tree, but it needs to be pretty stiff if you're gonna cut it using a Cricut. If you're cutting it by hand, that's totally fine. I am using iron-on for the front, but if you are doing this by hand, then stiff felt that you can cut with an X-Acto knife or really sharp scissors would work too. If you don't have a Cricut and you want to keep this 100% Dollar Tree has these ghost cutouts. You can easily take those and customize it using stiff felt, or in this case where I'm adding little blush with iron-on, you can use regular eyeshadow on the ghost cutouts and just use regular paper for the rest of the stuff. So it's totally up to you, just get creative. Once I had all of the details in place, I hot glued it onto my wreath and oh my gosh, I love it. Let me know what you think. If you see these pumpkins at Dollar Tree, pick them up immediately for this adorable craft. They're $1.50 and stackable, and I'm going to take them and paint them black. I'm using plain acrylic paint, but spray painting would be a good idea too. It was just a little cold when I filmed this, so acrylic paint was the best option for me. If you wanted to keep it all one color and skip the painting, that's totally up to you. I did black, and then in the middle, I used this really pretty orange, giving it 2 coats as well, and making sure that it dries really, really well before moving on to the second coat of paint. This is how they turned out, and now I'm going to use some clay. This is after 2 coats for each of them. Now you can use the Dollar Tree clay, but I always recommend getting this one from Walmart. So much more clay and bang for your buck. I'm going to roll it out into a ball to get it nice and smooth first, and then I'm going to roll it out nice and flat. When I'm rolling it out, I don't want it too thin, but I also don't want it too thick either because this is going to be draped over a pumpkin, and I'm using an X-Acto knife to cut out little drips. But for the second pumpkin, I ended up using scissors and then just pinching the bottoms, and that was a lot quicker and a lot easier for me. So I do recommend using scissors. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to drape it on top of the pumpkin and then cut out the hole in the middle. Once that's cut out, I'm going to make sure that the other pumpkin fits comfortably on top, and I'm going to remove that and paint it. I'm painting it this pink. This is Dollar Tree paint. Make sure that it dries really, really well between coats as well, and that you're covering everything. I added some glitter on top, and then I'm going to put that back on my pumpkin, and I'm going to hot glue it down just so it doesn't dry all funky and spread out. I do want this to look like it's dripping over the pumpkin. To dry the glitter, I used Dollar Tree nail dryer. I don't know if that worked or not, but I think it did, and this is the result with scissors. I like it so much more than the one that I did with the X-Acto knife. I'm securing the second pumpkin on top, and then the white one, I want to make a little ghost. So these are the shapes I made with clay. I'm using this clay ball for the head, and I'm just screwing it on top of the stem and then adding a little bit of hot glue to secure it in place. With the end of my brush, I dotted on some black acrylic paint to make the eyes. I let it dry, and then I added the little nose that I made out of clay. I used a Sharpie to draw on the smile and the eyelashes just so that it's nice and precise. I didn't want to mess it up with paint. And then I dotted on some white on the eye. I used pink paint for a little bit of blush. And here are the rest of the clay pieces. I have a little bow tie, the top of the hat with a little round felt part. I also used Dollar Tree pipe cleaners on a piece of felt and swirled it around to make a lollipop, and then added a little stick at the bottom. Now it's time to assemble. These are the little arms that I sculpted out of clay, and I'm hot gluing them into place. I'm putting on the little bow tie, the little hat. I'm getting this little dude ready. For the hat, I did the felt first, and then I put the clay part and wrapped a pipe cleaner around so it looks much cleaner. I added a little bow to the back. And now I'm going to hot glue this in place. Tell me this isn't adorable. This is supposed to be a little pumpkin cake. I'm adding all of the details that I made, and I'm also adding some store-bought stuff from Dollar Tree. So I found these pumpkins at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to also hot glue it to the side. This is so cute. I love that it looks like a little cake. Let me know what you think and if I should make another version of this. For this Halloween DIY, you're gonna need a glass from Dollar Tree and clay from Dollar Tree, but you can also just buy it at Walmart and save a little money. Up to you, but you can definitely still buy the Dollar Tree one if you'd like. I'm rolling my clay out into 5 balls, making sure that 2 balls are bigger than the rest because I am going to be making fingers. Roll it out nice and smooth, and then once you have those rolled out nice and smooth, you're going to roll that out into cigar shapes. Keep in mind that you're shaping this into fingers, so make sure that you're shaping the middle finger much longer, the pinky shorter, and the thumb short and kind of fat. Now I grabbed my glass and I flipped it over, and I'm just going to start positioning the fingers where I would like them to go. So I'm positioning them how I would if I was grabbing onto the glass. I'm not securing this down with any type of glue yet. I'm just kind of pushing them into each other. And then with some Dollar Tree clay tools, I'm going to use this to make indentations on the knuckles to give this more details. These are supposed to be monster fingers, so they don't have to be perfect. I grabbed some Dollar Tree nails, and I'm going to use the corresponding nail and press it into the finger to make an indentation as well. Now, right now you can't really see all of the details, but once you paint them, it'll definitely pop. Do not secure the nail down yet. Wait until after you've painted everything. I didn't show a ton of the painting, but I did a combination of greens. So I did lime green, dark green, and even some blues in there in different layers. And once it's done, let it dry really, really well, and then attach your nails. I used hot glue, but I should have used E6000 and hot glue so that this is a better hold. So if you're trying this at home, use some E6000 in there so that they don't go flying off. And once you have all of your nails in place, secure it onto your glass. Again, use E6000 and hot glue. I only used hot glue when I made this. Now this is of course meant to be decorative, but I did put some wine in it, and look how freaking cute this turned out. Let me know what you think. For this next craft, I picked up a bunch of these pumpkins, witches, and ghost from Dollar Tree. I just wanted something to put above my garage, so I used some Gorilla tape, and I just started pressing them into a pattern. I was honestly really shocked that they stayed in place, but I just kept positioning them and then tucking in the bottoms. I feel like this is so easy, but this is definitely handy for those people like me that every year picks up one of these things and it just kind of collects. And it did add a nice pop of color to my garage. I thought it was super cute, and so did my neighbors. Let me know what you think. You're gonna love this Halloween Dollar Tree DIY. Grab this candle holder from Dollar Tree and the crystal ball from the seasonal section of Dollar Tree and hot glue it directly onto the candle holder, making sure that it is nice and centered. In the Crafter Square section of Dollar Tree, I picked up this plaque and I painted it black. You can paint it whatever color you want, but black definitely made it blend into the whole thing, which is what I wanted. And I did 2 coats to make sure none of the wood was peeking through. Now, I'm going to hot glue my candle holder directly into the center of that, adding a big old dollop of glue. And in the seasonal section of Dollar Tree, I picked up these spooky hands. I removed the stakes and I grabbed some black paint. But before painting, I'm grabbing the sanding sponge from Dollar Tree and I'm removing those sharp edges just so that this looks a little bit more realistic and so that the paint sticks. I'm grabbing a sponge and I'm adding black and taking it away just to make this look dirty. I'm not trying to change the color, but if you wanted to change the color at home, you're more than welcome to. I used these nails from Dollar Tree and I hot glued them onto the fingers. Now, you can also use E6000 and hot glue for a more secure hold. And once all of the nails are in place, you get to make the rest of the arm. So for this, I used pool noodles from Dollar Tree. 1 pool noodle is more than enough. I'm going to take it and cut it down and then slice right down the middle so that I can wrap felt around this and so that it fits on the candle holder. The hand just fits right over the top like this. And now with some Dollar Tree felt, I'm going to take that and wrap it around, making a little cuff. I'm going to cut it down just to make it easier and so that I don't need to buy multiples. And this is what it's going to look like. This is going to be pretty covered later on. I added a huge dollop of glue and then attached my hand, and I did the same thing to the second one so that it doesn't move when I'm positioning this onto the candle holder. For the candle holder, that slit comes in handy because you just add glue to that and then push it directly in there. So add a ton of hot glue and then push it directly into the spaces of that candle holder and push it together. I used Dollar Tree creepy cloth to wrap around both of the hands so that this looks like an actual shirt. And I'm cutting it in half so that I don't have to use a ton and securing it in place. I use this wired ribbon from Dollar Tree and I'm going to use it to make little pleats. So I'm basically just folding the whole thing because I don't know how much I'm going to use. And I'm hot gluing the pleats into place so that it doesn't really open up as I'm positioning it. And once I have a decent size, I'm going to wrap them around as cuffs. This doesn't have to be perfect, but the goal of the creepy cloth and the cuffs is to cover the metal on the candle holder so it looks like this is just being held up by the hands. Add even more details, I added these ribbons from Dollar Tree to the sides to make it look like it's part of the cuff, and I think this really set it off. I used purple Dollar Tree twinkle lights for the middle. I'm able to unscrew and attach. I absolutely love how this turned out, especially because look at the inspo and then look at my version. So that's it for me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you turn on notifications for the new Halloween video coming up. As usual, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. Let me know what you think of the crafts, and I will hopefully see you on the next one.